November 2023. Among other international news today, Argentina has the new president, an anti-Russian libertarian. A border crisis in Finland is growing. American military aid to Ukraine continues. Oil prices are forecasted to drop. That spells troubles for Russia. And Israel is nearing to ceasefire in Palestine. Howdy, howdy, friends. My name is Konstantin, and welcome to Inside Russia, where usual Russia is explained by the unusual Russian. This is an unusual live stream today. I'd like to give you an international news update, what I find important and how it is seen from Russia. I will do that, and then at the end I will ask for your opinion. Let's start with Finland. Finland has closed 4 of its border crossings with Russia to try to halt a surge in asylum seekers. It says it was instigated by Moscow. There's a crisis on the Finnish-Russian border right now. There has been a surge of asylum seekers to Finland in the recent weeks. They come from Russia, but they aren't Russian. They are other nationals, mostly from Syria, Yemen, Somalia, and Iraq. The Finnish say that this wave of asylum seekers is artificial. It's been created by Moscow as a punishment of Finland for joining NATO. Finland's Prime Minister Petteri Orpo accused Russia of using people without the proper documents to get to the border. So Finland took swift actions. Good. It closed 4 of Russia-Finland border crossing points where would-be asylum seekers would be crossing. It also announced that it might close all remaining border crossing points with Russia. Well, in Russia, they are irate. Much propaganda is talking about that. Quite a few official media and Telegram channels, Z Patriots, mention that. They blame Finland and accuse it of a mortal sin. No wonder. They say, look, what happens when a country joins NATO? A satanic organization led by the immoral America. Look how they start treating people. Finland used to be good. Finland used to be our friend. Finland used to be neutral. And look at it now. That's all NATO's fault. They joined and boom, they turned into monsters. Russian Foreign Ministry held a conversation with the ambassador of Finland to Russia, Antti Helantera, and protested because of the closure of a number of the most actively used checkpoints on the border. And to top it off, Dmitry Peskov, Putin's press secretary, blew Russia's cover. He announced that Russian border guards observe all the rules on the border with Finland, so Moscow does not accept the far-fetched accusations of Helsinki. He denied rumors that Russia contributes to the migration influx to Finland. He blew the cover because we all know that when Dmitry Peskov says white, it really is black. It never fails. So if he says that Moscow has nothing to do with it, I have one question to Dmitry Peskov, Russian propaganda and other Z chupacabras. If you care so much of poor refugees from Yemen, Iraq and Syria who come to Moscow undocumented, you let them in. Then you assist them travel throughout Russia undocumented. Mind you, in the country when any person traveling with perfect documents, a Russian citizen, is checked hundreds of times by the time he comes from Moscow to the Finnish border. Hundreds of times, but different kind of cops. And this would-be refugees somehow make it undocumented far north to the border with Finland. My question is, why don't you grant them asylum in Russia as soon as they arrive and step onto Russia's land? If you care so much of these poor people, Why don't you do that? Why don't you give them a home in Russia instead of sending them all the way to Finland? Oi, on the other hand, I have not one but two questions to this, The second question to you, Chupacabras, why every time you plot and do something against other countries, you do it so easy to uncover, dirty, rough way? Can't you do it elegantly and covertly, or you simply don't have mental capacity for that? Let's move on to the next news. Argentina. Argentinian people have spoken. They have elected a new president, Javier Milei. It's the first time in world's history when the president of a large, important country is a libertarian. His election slogan was, "I have not come here to lead the sheep, but to awaken the lions." The Argentinians got fed up with bullcrap politicians of the past and their promises of the good and the actions that have led Argentina to a huge crisis that's happening now. They decided to give a chance to someone different. Well, good for you. That's an example of democracy when people speak, and the Argentinians have spoken. Don't cry for me, Argentina. What's a libertarianism? Complicated word. Well, it's a family of concepts in political philosophy and political theory basing their ideology on maximum freedom of the individual, a person, and representatives of libertarianism seek to maximize political freedom and share skepticism towards state power. I like that. I hate the state power. I was born and raised in the USSR, and I, until recently, lived in Russia. I know very well what state power can do to freedoms and the lives of people. So, Javier Milei, you go. You show them that being non-mainstream politician and saving your country can be done. How Russians are viewing that news? Not so well. Regular Russians, I don't really know what they thinking about Javier Milei and him becoming the president of Argentina, about his views on democracy and so forth. I don't really know that. I think that many Russians constantly drink nonstop, and I think they don't care. But to understand these political and philosophical concepts, such as libertarianism, freedoms, and so forth, you have to be sober, But Russian propaganda, it didn't take Javier Milei news so well. Well, there's a little thing about Javier Milei you should know. A dirty secret this guy has. He's a supporter of democracy. He is a supporter of the USA and Israel. His stand is Argentina will not join BRICS and will not have anything to do with Russia while he's the president. Argentina was a Russian ally in the past. It was the biggest ally of Russia in South America for a long time. Argentinian loyalty, or not Argentinian people, but Argentinian politicians, must have been bought with Russian rubles. But that is about to change. The money printing is a scam. It's a robbery. The central bank is a mechanism by which honest Argentinians are robbed. Dollarization is the only way to stop inflation. That's what the new president said. And I think that alone made him Putin's personal enemy, because Putin wants the contrary, de-dollarization of the world. And this guy is against de-dollarization. He wants to dollarize Argentina. The new president also said that to think that politicians care about you is like putting your children in the hands of pedophile. I like this guy. We'll see now how he does. Well, according to Russian propaganda, he is no good. An evil Satanist. I mean, what kind of good person would turn away from Russia? Russian world and Russian church, Russian language, Russian culture, right? An evil Satanist. According to Russian propaganda, he's a sexual pervert having multiple threesome sexual intercourses with women. Crazy, because he spoke to his dead dog once. A scammer, because in the past, long time ago, he advertised a Ponzi-like scheme. He is single, and according to Russian church, it's no good. And look at him, he's a hippie. Got huge hair like he came straight out of the 70s. He's certainly no good bum. That's how Russian propaganda talks about the new Argentinian president Javier Milei. I added a little sarcasm, but that didn't change the general idea. You see, Russian propaganda is afraid of Javier Milei because he represents an idea. He's not a person, he's an idea. You know, he might speak to the dead dog, he might be a libertarian, he might be single at 47, and he might be sleeping with different women, but that's who the Argentinians have chosen for their president. The people have spoken. And that's what Russian leadership is deathly afraid of. So their stand towards Javier Milei and others like him is pretty clear and very predictable. They should not exist. They are the idea that Russians people should not hear, should not listen to, should not talk about, should not know. Plain and simple. Let's move on to the next news. One of the topics that have been all over Russian propaganda is that the West, the countries that have been supporting Ukraine, are getting tired of their support. The USA is getting tired of supporting Ukraine. They all are abandoning Ukraine. They all are cutting off their support. And, well, it's been in the Russian propaganda news so much lately in the past few months that it's become like background of the news, if you know what I mean. Well, that position of Russian propaganda just suffered a big blow. The US Department of Defense just announced that it is allocating a new package of military assistance to Ukraine. That includes, among other things, missiles for the Stinger anti-craft systems, HIMARS system and ammunition, artillery shells of 155 and 105 caliber, Javelin and AT-4 anti-tank systems, TOW missiles, more than 3 million cartridges for small arms. The Pentagon announced a new package of military assistance after U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin personally flew to Kyiv yesterday and met with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. What do you say now, Russian propaganda? Peskov? Anything? Yeah, come on. Knock yourself out. Just, talk about it. What do you think? Are they giving up on Ukraine or what? Let's move on. Oil prices fell shortly before OPEC Plus face-to-face meeting on November 25th. They dropped to July levels. On Thursday, Brent, that's a brand of oil, fell 4.5% below $78 per barrel on the forecast for 2024, and the data on an unexpectedly significant increase in U.S. inventories was released that also contributed to the forecast. Over the past 4 weeks, the prices have decreased by 17%. Levels below $80 per barrel already threaten the stability of the budget of Russia and Saudi Arabia. The cartel at the meeting may well give a strong signal by extending and increasing the decrease in production. According to analytics interviewed by the publication of OPEC countries, these countries that consist of OPEC Plus are to meet, but the discussion will not be easy. Saudi Arabia may demand production cuts from the United Arab Emirates, Iraq, and Kuwait. There are more and more questions about the effectiveness of oil production. The cartel's share in the world production is declining. Production is increasing in the USA, Brazil, and Guyana. The entire rise in oil prices based on the Middle East crisis, Israel and Hamas war, was erased this past week. According to the IEA, Russia in October reduced oil export with petroleum products by 70,000 barrels per day to 7.5 million barrels per day. September revenue decreased by 25 million to 18.3 billion US dollars. All in all, this long-term trend spells big trouble for Russia. Russian propaganda. Do you say anything about that? Dmitry Peskov, anything? Again, knock yourself out, What do you think? Do you have anything to say? And the last news today is Israel and Palestine. According to Washington Post, the newspaper, the United States, Israel, and Hamas are closing to concluding an agreement on a 5-day pause in hostilities in the Gaza Strip in exchange for the release of hostages. The publication claims that a 6-page agreement was worked out between the parties in Doha, the capital of Qatar. According to this document, all parties to the conflict suspend hostilities for at least 5 days. And then there will be increase of that. Well, the break is needed and the peace is needed even more. On this news from Israel, I also want to inform you that it looks like the global war in the Middle East that Russia wanted pretty darn bad to distract attention of the world international community from what it's doing in Ukraine. This war will not happen. Iran backed out, Saudi Arabia backed out, Lebanon backed out, and Egypt backed out. They do not support Hamas, or, at least they don't support it enough to actually declare war on Israel. They're going to stay away, all of them. And it looks like Hamas, a long-standing partner of Russian government and Vladimir Putin, is about to be destroyed. Looks like Palestine will become more peaceful without it. I think that right now they are cringing in the Kremlin on this news. Ceasefire in Palestine? No! Hamas betrayed us! Treason! There's no news of that from Russian propaganda. No comments. All this so-called world-leading experts that went on to Russian TV and talked about the Israel and Palestine relationship, all of a sudden shut up like they never existed. Usually, if something happens against Russian government interests, the propaganda is dead silent about it. A good sign that Israel is on the right track. And this is it for today's message. I hope that you found this international news interesting and helpful. Please let me know what you think and whether I should continue doing it once a week. I was thinking on Wednesday. Please write in the comments down below or in the live stream chat where I invite everyone. This is the first time that I did the international news update and how it's viewed in Russia. So I really, really need your feedback. Thank you so much for coming. And let's talk more about it. I am about to turn on the live stream chat. And while I'm doing it, I would like to ask you a couple favors. Would you please like this message if you really liked it? And help me spread the message by making reposts on your social media accounts. That makes a big difference for YouTube algorithm. And also, if you would like to buy me a tea, an English tea, best in the world, or coffee, I drink that too in the mornings, I wouldn't mind. You can do that at buymeacoffee.com. Thank you so much. The link will be down below. And I am turning the live stream chat on. This is my most favorite time of the live stream because I see how this, erupts with life. Enough talking to camera. Let's talk to real people. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming. If you're here for the first time, please know that this channel Inside Russia, this community has the best moderators in the world. Lorna, Mami K, Harry Potnin, Bob S, and Amir Fazat are great folks, fantastic people, and the best moderators in the world. Guaranteed. Thank you for coming. And the usual suspects, thank you so much for coming back. Please let me know. First time, this is an experiment. How did you like it? Would you want me to continue that, or, please fire your comments. Dirk is number one among the usual suspects, and Lorna and the Mummy are always number one as a mod HQ. Thank you for coming, friends. If you want me to notice your message easier, please put it in all caps or put Inside Russia after @ sign so it appears highlighted in large orange box. That helps a lot. I notice your message right away. Leitmotif, howdy, Paula W, Airborne Snail, Kareno, Dirk, Frank, Jones Rames, Gunnar, howdy, Pamela J, Jesteri, Robert Whip, Life, Julie W, Kyle, Mario from Kharvatia, Chirper, Nell B, Multi-Ducky, Good Nabend, Ferrari Guy, Mac, Roy Cousins, Ice, My Leslie Fleming, Dieter from Munich, Bavaria in the house, Chirp Young, Theodore, Kareno, Veronica, Susan, Xilia, White Lightning, Ed, Andrew, Pinda the Peanut, Justeri, Scott Nesbitt, Paula W, Julie W, Bicycle Sunday, Elsha, Joni, Silver, Komisanti, Jonah Byro, Bill James Smith. Thank you so much. Whew. So, folks, what do you think? I'm going to be looking for feedback. Daniel McInnes, yes, once a week. Thank you. Looks like the reaction is positive. Thank you. I'm going to do this. Boom. There you go. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you so much. Once a week. I like doing crazy news update on Fridays. I find it... Well, first of all, I find it important because there are so many news come out every day in Russia that I really sink in the news. And you know what the problem today is? I need to work hard to pick the best, the most important ones, because I have a list of 50 plus news every single week. Imagine only around 10 or 12 go into the final shortlist. And I like doing them because I like adding sarcasm and humor. This is how I unleash at the Russian government, at the people who support. This is my personal satisfaction. And they show a lot what is happening in Russia. That's really crazy. And international news, not crazy, but a lot of them are important. I find important, and I'm going to be sharing what I find. This idea came to me yesterday. I discussed with my wife, and I did a little bit research yesterday and today. But now I'll have an entire week to collect the news for the next Wednesday, and it's going to be much better than today. So thank you so very much. White Lightning, thank you. Thank you so much. Should, hang on, let me put. Should Israel attempt to deprogram the Gazans like the Germans were denazified after World War II? Good question. White Lightning, it is a very difficult situation in Israel and Palestine. I'm not a huge expert, political expert on Israel-Palestinian relationship, but I can tell you this. I've been to Israel many times. I have tons of friends in Israel. We have many friends. Well, like I said, I lived in a Jewish family who helped me a great deal in the 90s and in 2000s. They're like my family. I have tons of friends who are Jewish and live in Israel partially or permanently. I've been to Israel and I've been to Palestine. And when I got to Palestine, you know what I saw? Normal people. There's a huge wall and there are security checks. I don't really know how the Hamas could get through those security checks because they're just insanely secured, okay? So you get to Palestine and then normal people, families, children, what appeared, most were peaceful. I think Hamas is very different. I think Hamas is what the problem behind. And I saw multiple footage. The Palestinian mothers scream, oh, you know what? It's not Israel. The sons or relatives killed, and they're just screaming at funerals. And then I saw a couple times videos of them screaming, it's not the Israelis, it's not the Jews, it's the Hamas. Hamas are the killers. And then Hamas start beating those women. I saw a couple videos of that. So I don't think that Israeli have to deprogram the Gazans. I don't think they're programmed very much. They just need to find the ones who are terrorists. That's all. Julie W., thank you so much for your opinion. Unbelievable. I love hearing that. Thank you. Please continue with some international news. I will do. Thank you so much. So, cancel. White Lightning. Julie W. Chris H. Thank you so much. I got a promotion and work and want to share a small portion of my success with you. Thank you so very much, Chris. I really appreciate the support. But you know what's priceless is that you acknowledge and you share something and you send good words, and that's much more valuable than money. Thank you so much. Let's do it a little. There you go. Gary Black. Yes, I very much want this international news each week. Yes. Appreciate your ability to locate information, provide analysis. Gary, thank you so very much. It's very, very good feedback. Thank you. I appreciate it. Christopher, thank you so much for your support. No message, but message is heard, and that's big. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. John Simon, Constantine, you do good work. Keep up honesty. Thank you so much, John. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Harry Potman, howdy, howdy. Just Terry, I hope you feel better today too. Pizza Man from North Iowa, sending my love from Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Thank you. Mikhail, hi from Border Crisis Land, Finland. I think you guys are awesome. I think you're doing the right thing and you showing how it needs to be done. Okay, keep up the good work. Thank you. Marie Nissen from Nottingham. Thank you so much for good words. I appreciate it. Faith Russard from Spain, USA, originally. Corey, hello from Dunfermline. Corey, hello. Welcome to Inside Russia. Angela McNaught, howdy, howdy. Ferrari guy, Russian reactions to world news, good update. Well, look, what I want to do is I want to locate the news that I find important. I want to give you that news. I want to give you the reaction what in Russia, how the Russians and Russian propaganda reacts to it, and I want to give my explanation. So that's like a three-part message, three-way. The news itself, the Russian reaction, and my thoughts. KG1, thank you, friend. Thank you. International news and especially how Russia reacts to it is a great idea. Yes. Karano, thank you so much. Would like to continue. Yes. Good evening from Berlin. Guten Abend, Reinhard. Very interesting, says Faith Russert. Yes. Leitmotif, same thing. Russian perspective is interesting. Chip Young, how convertible is the yuan to rubles? Not really. Not very. Elsha says, please continue. Yes. And Sam K says hello. New tablet EP. Andrew Hodson, howdy, howdy. Okay, so let's go. KG1. Again, Sam K for the T-King. Thank you so much. Boom. How would you like to be on that board? Thank you so very, very much. And we have a message from a support from Wolfhound 26X. Hang on. Yes, the international news is a great idea coming from the unusual Russian. Hey, looks like it's good. It's favorable with you. I like that. And Niklas Heckenbroich, thank you so very much. Guten Abend. Hello, hello from Germany. I have Germany in my heart, you know. I don't know, perhaps some are new from Germany, but my wife is German, well, partially German, and that makes my son partially German, and my girl's partially German, you know. Ex-Flying Tiger. Haha, Lake Shasta is in the house. Howdy, friend. This is definitely one of your best talks ever. Please keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. John and Nikki, thank you so very much. I'm drinking new tea today. That's Marks and Spencer's golden tea bags or something like that. Yeah, it's excellent. And it's hot in Tashkent. 75 degrees today. Whew. It's kind of like a sin to turn on the AC in November. So I open my windows, but still it's hot. Not cool enough inside, you know. Harris Crusader Damien. How would you like to be on that board? One of my great curiosities is how countries interpret international events and particularly how we are seen and perceived. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you're liking it as well and you want me to continue. Thank you, friend. Brian Krog. It's better coverage than the BBC. I don't know what. I like BBC. I value them highly. I think it's the best large mainstream media out of all them all. You know what I mean? Better than much better than the CNN and Fox News and all of that. So BBC is top notch. I highly doubt the guys are like great. International update, perfect. Thank you, DJB. Thank you so much. Once a week, a good plan, says Pinda the Peanut. Thank you from the Netherlands. Alvin F., that this was a very welcome presentation. Weekly edition would be nice. Thank you, friend. Excellent. Kim M., once a week is great. Thank you so much. EW 1974, the bubble is booming just right before bursting. Not sure what you meant, but hard to disagree with you. Don't smash that like button. Thank you, Leslie Fleming. Sam K, thank you. You are absolute legend. Oh, Paula W. Natasha is absolutely ecstatic. I'm gonna make her talk about the weather here in Tashkent. That's what she talks about all the time, every single day. We start the day, you know, I wake up late. I wake up 9, 9:30, sometimes even 10, depending on how late I go to bed. And I go to bed late, obviously. I end stream at 1:30, at 2:30 a.m. And the earliest I go to bed is 3:30, right? So I wake up, and by the time I'm up, she takes Michael to school and comes back. And every time, and then she makes breakfast, like tea. We usually have something little, like a snack before going to breakfast, the breakfast club. So I wake up and she waits for me and she's so happy. And she's like, look, it's so great outside. It's sunny, it's warm. And then she makes parallels to Moscow. She says, well, you know what, I don't remember last year because I was here in Tashkent. Remember 2 years ago, that was so cold in November and the snow is up to yin-yang already, you know, and then you have to put your 25 coats on, and then it's like minus 20 degrees Celsius outside and all of that. So she is so happy, Paula. Thank you. Robert Whip, you already know the message. Well, I have an idea. Thank you so much. Thank you, friend. Susie Mailer is a sponsor for 10 months. Fantastic. Thank you, Susie. Satan is a very busy person, except in Russia. Well, Russia is the beacon of light for the entire world. You know, the bearer of the morals and the values, the Christian values. Russia is the light for all the country. And then Russia is surrounded by the dark. And all those evil Westerners, satanic Westerners, led by the America, satanic America. Ugh. So, and yet Russian priests, how do you say that? Put holy water on the nuclear rockets called Satan. and then they put holy water and they sanctify Stalin monuments. Stalin, the bloodthirsty murderer who killed millions of Russians, 120,000 priests, real priests, those priests who had faith in Jesus Christ, the real old Eastern Orthodox priest. He killed 120,000 of them by 1940. And you know what? Now the Russian Eastern Orthodox Church sanctifies this person. Oh, he was a great leader. What the fuck? All right. Dirk, winter is coming. Not, well, here in Tashkent, winter. This is last winter was extremely cold. It was minus 26 Celsius for the first time in 50 something years. This winter in the country is warm because usually it's a bit colder. It's like fall in Europe at this point, but it's still summer. We still wear t-shirts outside. And spring begins in February, late February here. So go figure. We don't have that much of a winter left. Caesars, great to see you, friend. Fantastic to see you. Hello, Konstantin. I was waiting for some time for the outside Russia news as they have profound influence inside Russia. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was going to say it in Czech, but I forgot. My mom and dad, my dad, spoke fluent Czech. Děkuju. Děkuju moc. There you go. Thank you so much. Crusader Damien. So Peskov was stating that if Russia cannot cross into Finland on cars and bikes, they will come in tanks. Too late for that, brother. They could have a couple years ago, but it's too late. I think they're mad about not being able to come to Finland in tanks because, that's been closed. That window's been closed. That went so well last time, but no more. Finland made a very wise choice. It's not neutral anymore. Good for you guys. You're awesome. You're the smart, and you're the greatest. Okay. So KG1 again. Thank you so much, friend. Hearing of a big street protest in Moscow by Russian wives. Any update your side? Very important news. It's fundamental. It's a shift in the mood of the Russians, and I will do a stream. This is just not enough time to answer, but I will do perhaps tomorrow. I will do an entire stream on that. Very important. Cyan Natural, thank you so much. Russia is a part of the world, so let's get it all in. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, Konstantin. Thank you so much. I appreciate the message. I appreciate the support. And Graham Wilson. Hi, Konstantin. An excellent international news stream today. I would love to see more of this too. Much love to you and your family from Satanic. You guys have great sense of humor. I learned from you. I love English movies with very dry humor, English humor, and I think I've gotten a little bit of that. I try to do that in my streams about crazy Russian news, and now I'm gonna do the same with international news. It's not crazy, but international news. Graham, I think I've been drinking too much of English tea. That's gotten into me. Anonymous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love your passion and the creative ideas that come out of it. Need prayers today. I have come down with a nasty case of RSV virus going around. Love to the community here. Let me grab my prayers list. We'll start with you. Okay, I hope you get better soon. Thank you so much for coming and thanks for supporting and thank you for your message. Definitely will pray in a few minutes. Again, Susie Mailer, thank you so much for your support. 6 degrees here in Scotland. Whoa. 24 degrees today in Tashkent. Shout out for the fantastic mods. Thank you so much. Sam K, thank you. I appreciate it very much. And, the mods here are the best. Paul Wright, Inside Russia, these international reaction stories are a great idea. I especially like China and Iran relations reports. Praying for you, bro. Paul, thank you so much. Thank you for the support and thanks for the feedback. They're coming. They're coming. China and Iran are newsmakers. They're definitely generating a great deal of news, and they're coming. Also, I'm gonna do a fair share of news about China and what's going on in Russia by the Chinese in the Friday news update. So tune into that, please. With his angels. Dirk, today I ordered Twinings tea. I hope it tastes good. Twinings is excellent, but there are different tastes. Which one did you order? My most favorite one is English breakfast, double strength. It goes by strength. Some are stronger and some are weaker. I like 4 or 5 leaves. And I also like Darjeeling. Good stuff. Excellent. You cannot go wrong with that. Joao Marinos, Russian politicians sound more like Monty Python's characters. Are they copying it or something? No, they're not. They're just like that naturally. Dave Strains, howdy friend. The Tough Cookie. Have you seen The Unknown Soldier, a Finnish movie, or at least versions of it, and the newest one was made in 2017? I'll make a note of that. I have not seen it. Actually, I'll make a print screen. No. Is it worth watching? Thank you. I did. Alex Uditsky, thank you so much. Constantine, overnight, my mother was hospitalized with burst brain aneurysm. Prognosis is grim. Could you please include us in your daily prayer? Definitely. Olga, Alexei, Ukrainian Americans. Hang on. will do. Anonymous is sponsor for 9 months. Don't you think it's ironic that during the Cold War, Russia kept its people from the outside world? Now the world is trying to keep them inside Russia. No, not so fast. Russian government is building a wall to keep the Russians inside. So they will have to work twice as hard to get into the outside world. That's a perfect case scenario for Russian people, well, for Russian government, worst for Russian people. Because in the USSR, once you penetrated that Cold War, this wall, whatchamacallit, Iron Wall, there you go, Iron Curtain. Once you penetrated the Iron Curtain, the world would welcome you. Now, once you penetrate Russian Iron Curtain, the world does not really welcome you, and you have to do a great deal of finding out what to do next. Trust me, I know. I have 1,000 people here who attend the breakfasts at the Breakfast Club. Not all at once, of course, but, over time. And most of us, we have faced with the same problem. All right, we're out of Russia. What to do next? So, Anonymous, that's pretty... It's, at the same time, it's funny, it's pathetic, it's tragic, all of that. Okay. Alex will definitely pray for your mom, for you, for your family, and, I hope she feels better and she recovers. Have you ever had the T constant comment? It's my favorite T. And H. And are you making a joke? Welcome to hot Tashkent. The tough cookie, yes, definitely. It's about World War II time, about war, but it's like a dig on that time then. I find it good movie of that era, most iconic Finnish movie ever made. About ever, okay. Thank you, I will watch that. The tough cookie, I appreciate your recommending. SMK, Russia loves skiing because there are so many Russian names ending in ski. Carmen's birthday today. Wow. Folks, it means we're gonna sing. Well, I am gonna sing. I hope that someone else is singing along. Birthday girl. Let's do that. Everyone, I warn you so you can cover up your ears. I'm about to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carmen. Happy birthday to you. Yahoo! Wishing you many happy returns of the day, good health, to stay strong, to have lots of friends, to be surrounded by the family, people who love you, and to have reasons to smile a lot. Happy birthday. Fantastic to have you here. Pulaski, Virginia, cool and rainy. Howdy, Terry Carter. Tashkent is hot, sunny, and warm. Kate Tashitsomo, please bring this kind of information once a week. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Thank you so much, Paul Wright. Thank you. I appreciate you praying for us. Let's make this a little bigger. So everyone sees. I really appreciate you praying for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Paul Wright. Let's pray for your community as well. How Morenos, thank you so much. Excellent evening to you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much. Keith from Hawaii, all the way from Hawaii for the singer's tip jar. Thank you, friend. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the tip. You know what? I completely forgot something. Oh my gosh. This is the Thanksgiving week, November, end of November in the USA. When I was a student, I usually would study until Wednesday, and Wednesday was our last day. We had Thursday, Friday off. Obviously, it was a super long weekend. And when I went to the school in southern Maine, every single Thanksgiving, we would have a field trip to New York City. International students would pay like, I don't know, 10, $20. And the school would cover everything else. There was a van that belonged to our school. And we drove it ourselves, about 18 or 20 people. We drove right straight into Manhattan. And we stayed in a hostel, usually on 107th Amsterdam Avenue. It's beginning of Harlem. So Amsterdam, 107 Amsterdam, I think it was. It was like a cheap hostel. It was okay, you know. And every single Thanksgiving we spent in New York City, it was fantastic. I attended. Well, I saw the Thanksgiving parade quite a few times, and we just we were hanging out in New York City. Such a good time. So this is a short week for the Americans. There's going to be lots of traveling on Thursday and Friday, and then there will be Thanksgiving and dinners and all. Well, I don't feel bad this year because I saw my kids twice. They came over. So, but usually that day was very sad for me because I couldn't sit with them. They were too far away. And anyway, let's move on. KG1 can't beat afternoon tea with hobnobs. Not good for the waistline. What's hobnobs? But I think it's some kind of cookies, right? I would like to have international news such as you did today. Thank you, D. Eves. Thank you so much. Will do. Great. Feedback is good. Enda, yep. Thanksgiving and us. Thank you for good. Thank God for thank God for it. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. It's even, you know, it's I value more than money this kind of messages. Thank you. No, that's not right to say. the money is welcome, the super chats and all, but this is priceless. That's what I meant. This stuff is priceless. Thank you. We'll be missing in action on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Wait, is it Thursday, Thanksgiving? Oh, I forgot. It's been a long time. Thursday. Is it Thursday? DJ Bones 542, thank you so much. Thank you. I will keep on making them. Thank you. Time is up, says the Nightbot. Okie dokie. Dave Oaks, keep up the good work from the UK. Thank you so much, Dave. Will do. Thank you. I appreciate the good words. Michael Martinu, hello everyone behind schedule today. Thank you, Michael, for showing up. Janice, good to see you. Good to see you being back. Dale Borg, I would hope the other countries would accept those honest-hearted Russians who are leaving Russia for all right reasons. Dale, we have a problem with that currently, to say the least. I made streams about that. not so easy. But thanks for the good words. And Jason Carney is back with a huge support as usual. Thank you so much, Jason. Right there, the champion of super chatting and supporting of Inside Russia. Thank you. From me, from Natasha, from my family as usual. And thanks for gifting 5 people sponsorship. Thank you. All right, folks. I think Carmen, by the way, is a birthday girl today, and she's got a sponsorship gift from Jason. That's pretty cool. Marcus, yes, the sorcerers and witches are to pay taxes. They're gonna be fighting back. There's a big fight in the works, They're going to be cursing the IRS, the tax service, and they're going to be putting spells on them so they die or something, burn. Anyway, folks, Thursday. Thank you, X-Flying Tiger. So today is Monday. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the feedback. It's positive. I was going to say mostly, but I didn't see any negative feedback. Thank you. Fantastic stream. I agree. Sam K. And let's finish it as usual with a prayer. If you're religious, please join us and pray. If you're not, join us anyway. Call it whatever you want to call it. Sending good wishes to people, good vibes, good energy. In my book, it's the same thing. So please, let's pray. Irving Vargas, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Dear Lord Jesus Christ, thank you so much for this day, for this life, for everything that you've given us. Thank you for food that you've placed on our tables. Thank you for the roofs that you've given above our heads. Thanks for the people who surround us, who love us, and who we love. Please give us wisdom to keep the skies above our children's heads peaceful and clear and safe. And please give us wisdom to raise our children in a way that they never fight when they grow up. They live in peace, and they will make this world a better place. For now, please keep our children safe and healthy. Dear Lord, please help Ukraine, stop the bloodshed. The country has suffered enough, so much, incredibly much, and this needs to be stopped. Please help the Ukrainians, every single person who has been affected by the terrible tragedy. Send angels, answer prayers of Ukrainians, and make their wishes come true. Please help my country, Russia, assemble an army of your strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael in shining armor, and send them onto this earth like heavenly avalanche to get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Have angels help good people run Russia to make it peaceful, loving, loved, respecting, and respected. Please help everyone who is traveling. Send them safe travels. Help everyone who is seeking for asylum, running away from evil, running away to save their lives. Please send help. Help all those who are helping Ukrainians, opening their hearts, their homes, their wallets for people in Ukraine. Help the Ukrainians who are currently under attacks from Russian missiles. Send them safety, and send them your angels to keep people away from harm's way. Dear Lord, please help all the single mothers who are raising their children and struggling to make ends meet. Send help their way. Please help all the sick, the hungry, the homeless, the jobless, the depressed, the betrayed, the ones who are not feeling well about themselves, the ones who are struggling with their faith. Please fill their hearts, souls, and lives with love, and surround them in the warmth of your love so they feel it, and they instantly feel better about themselves and about their lives, and they will have more confidence. They will get help from you. Please send them angels, and have these people get the taste of life back and the confidence back, and help them in any way they need to be helped. Thank you so much for allowing us to create this community. We started as online, but it's real now. And thanks for letting us get together and pray. Thank you for everyone who is praying along with me right now, or simply watching us pray. Please answer everyone's prayer and make everyone's wish come true. I would like to ask for a few people. They need your help. I'm asking for a Ukrainian American, Olga. She is not feeling well and she needs your help. Please help your angels to assist her and give strength for her to recover. Her family loves her and needs her. Please help her recover and help her, be with her family for a long time. Give them happy times. And I'm also asking for you to help Olga's son Alexei. Thank you so very much. Please help Anonymous struggling with a virus. Please send quick recovery. Please help Paul Wright and his community that consists of different people. Help Kyle's wife, Joseph Johnson. Those who had some recent bad luck streak, may better days come to them. Rhonda McGillis, Heige Homestead, CB, Ann Larson's daughter Hannah, Morgan L., Terry Carter's former in-laws, Electron's family, John, Kurt from Colorado, Deborah, Boggy Berger, and 2 sons. Dory, please help her uncle and her family members. Please help heal her body and blood. Help her Uncle Jim. Jason Connor, Janice Stevenson, Jay Spike, Sam from Kiev, Boss Simon, Leslie Fleming's daughter, Wayne, Anna in Poland, Scan family's members who need help and recovery, Dave, Dawn, Summers 613's mother, Mike O'Neill, Lise Dumbrell, Anna and boys, Darla, White Lightning, George Ruberty, Linda, Hannah, Julia Haney, Susie Mailer, Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Svetlana, Randolph, Grace Philosophy, Liz, Karen, Lori Miles' husband, David Porter, his family, and everyone from Chernovtsi, Ukraine, Stefan from Sweden, the Highwayman, Alvin, Joe and Lee McMahon, Terry Carter's ex-fiancée, Meta Spencer, Pamela J., and Life. Dear Lord, please help all the children from Ukraine who have been misplaced. Send angels. Don't forget about them. Have them come to the families, come back to the families and to the parents. Thank you so much, dear Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Friends, thank you very much for coming, giving me a chance to do something new today. I like doing it. This international news report update. Still looking for the right name for it, to be honest with you. And it's fantastic that you liked it. You know, looks like I found something right to do. I will continue doing it. I'm thinking of every Wednesday. And thank you again. You're awesome and you rock. And before I sign off, I'd like to ask you to do the usual, to finish this stream with me saying out loud as you can, the following. Carthago delenda est.